Henry County Commission, Henry County, Missouri, Tuesday, March 24th, 2026, 18th day of the January term. The Henry County Commission met pursuant to adjournment at the courthouse in Clinton, Missouri. Those members present were Jim Stone, presiding commissioner, Mark Larson, North District Commissioner, Kelly Barrett, County Clerk, absent Jake Bradley, South District Commissioner. 9 a.m. Commissioner Stone brought the meeting to order. The minutes from the Tuesday, March 7th, 2026 meeting were read. Commissioner Larson made a motion to approve the minutes. Commissioner Stone seconded. Motion carried. Expenditures for the following departments were approved to be paid. Employee benefits, buildings and grounds, prosecuting attorney, law enforcement, GR, election, circuit court, county clerk, assessor, road and bridge, inmate security, senior citizens fund, 27th treatment court. 9:30 a.m. Sheriff Brown, Captain Jackie Watson, and Captain Rob Hills attended the commission meeting to share the February operations report for the sheriff's office. The report can be found at their website. Sheriff Brown shared of operations and community engagement. Captain Hills shared of traffic operations as well as training, including crisis intervention training. Captain Watson shared of current detention center members at 108 inmates, as well as daily operations there. Her continued concern is the Department of Mental Health inmates that are still sitting in the detention center. She also shared of training that is always continuous for staff. Dennis Bowers, Road and Bridge Supervisor, shared the 2026 Henry County price list. The list outlines the cost for labor, equipment, materials, when the representative is hired to do the job or an item is purchased from them. Dennis shared that sign cost is constantly changing. Dennis shared that Davis Township signed the contract and he needs to contact Nevatel with prices. He stated that they were finishing up in the city of Windsor today. He also updated on his goal to work on some bridges this spring. Commissioners reviewed and approved senior tax relief applications. Lee Schofield with Great River Engineering attended the commission meeting to update the commissioners on the progress on the Biardo Bridge. There was discussion about the township meeting to be held Thursday, the 26th at 6 p.m. Commissioner Stone called Roy Meredith regarding reappointment to the Enhanced Enterprise Zone. A message was left. Commissioner Stone called Jim Smith regarding a reappointment to the Enhanced Enterprise Zone. Jim shared that he and Roy Meredith were both reappointed in 2025. Commissioner Stone called Rick Bosner regarding a reappointment to the Enhanced Enterprise Zone. A message was left. Commissioner Stone called Sandy Swanigan regarding her reappointment to the Senior Citizens Service Tax Board for a term of 4 years. Commissioner Larson made a motion to reappoint Sandy Swanigan to the Senior Citizens Service Tax Board for a term of 4 years. Commissioner Stone seconded. Motion carried with a roll call vote. Larson yes, Stone yes, Bradley absent. Commissioner Stone called Jane Marshall regarding her reappointment to the Senior Citizens Service Tax Board for a term of 4 years. A message was left at 10:59 a.m. Commissioner Larson made a motion to adjourn. Commissioner Stone seconded. Motion carried.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded to approve minutes as presented. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay,
We
we got
need to make a motion on.
yeah, we got to make a motion now on Jane Marshall. Well, she had let me know she had just served two years. I said, well,
She fulfilled the term.
yeah, that's what I told her, and she said, oh, well, that's fine. So anyway, but that's okay. We need her to go to Senior Citizen Tax Board. You're entertaining a motion on that.
I'll make a motion to put her, Jane Marshall, on the Senior Citizens Tax Board.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded to put Jane Marshall on the Senior Citizen Tax Service Tax Board. Voice roll call. Mark,
Yes.
Jake,
Yes.
Jim, yes. Motion carried.
Did Rick ever?
And then we have Rick Lawson. Okay, I already got Sandy, Senior
It'd be
Service.
Rick. Did he ever
Rick.
back?
Yes, I thought he called while we was up here.
Not Rick Fosno. You have
Okay.
not talked to him.
Well, I talked to him, then he called.
He called you back.
Yeah, so that's fine.
So he's up for it?
Yeah, he said it'd be fine. It's not
So here's the
don't have
letters.
too many.
I have those ready to go.
So
I entertain the motion.
I'll make a motion for Rick Bosno to be reappointed for Enhanced Enterprise Zone.
I'll second.
Motion made seconded. Rick Fossil to the Enhanced Enterprise Zone. But with that being said, voice roll call. Mark,
Yes.
Jake,
Yes.
Jim is. Motion carried. He's on.
No,
Okay, is there any more?
Is Roy Meredith and Jim Smith
They're
Yeah.
already on it.
Okay.
Theirs already on, 25 they got put on again. And Roy, I called back and told him not to worry about it.
They were in the system as 25 and we didn't know if they had been reappointed.
They have,
I'm
They
with you.
changed, so we just wanted to check with them.
I see.
That's always good.
Are those the financials for all townships or just
Just
yours? Okay. I wasn't sure when Kelly gave you the list.
I just wanted to see
Yeah.
where it was going. Kelly, do you know that these budgets reflect the gas tax and cart? They do. That's what I was wondering, because that made a little bit of a difference
That what?
on there.
They should have it broke out how they received it if they did their budget right. It should,
Okay.
it'll
It
have a
should- yeah, it
line
should
item
show-
that'll show gas
Right.
tax,
Yeah,
but not everybody does the same thing.
So well, I guess my question was, did they know what their cart money they were getting this year and the gas tax they were getting this year
Oh, this year?
when they filled these out?
No,
They don't. So
They do
there's actually more.
right.
Okay, that's what I'm.
Okay. Say, that budget's, is that this year's budget or last
Sorry,
year's?
I
That's this
misunderstood.
year. That would be this year.
That's last year's financial statement and this year's budget.
Gotcha.
Or should be.
okay.
What'd you do?
Afford it. I'll leave toppling up, and I'll start turning down. No. Maybe a little bit. Well, then all taxes has gotten high. Rick down there in his office, right?
Should be. Haven't seen him with my own eyes, but I
Yeah, I
suspect
didn't.
he is.
Tapped on the door, looked over, and nobody's there.
I know his truck's in it.
Is it? Oh, well. No more?
Nope, that was
Yeah,
it.
that's it.
Yeah, it was a short little packet. Mark, did you ever get your meeting rescheduled?
Yes, 14th.
I think you sent me that in a text, but I couldn't remember it the other day.
This is the settlement for last month for the collector's office, and then this is the annual settlement showing what we collected, what is still delinquent, where it went, so I. Look at that, and send it down for Jim's signature.
What time? 14.
5:30, still the same.
Sit over at the living.
Mhm.
As most of financials.
Yeah, but they're so skewed because
Huh?
the difference that they're getting in their gas and their
Mhm.
cart money, they're going off of what they probably got the year before. So, I mean, these are like worthless, literally.
The new one,
Does it show if they got any CDs or?
Oh yeah, yeah, it'll show that. That was part of what I wanted to see too.
I knew it was.
Yeah,
a lot of them didn't want to show it.
I got a question though. I've had 3 or 4 phone calls where, like, one township it's easier for that township to take care of somebody else's road, so they're signing a contract with them. What's it take to move that line so we don't have contracts? All we've got is now that's your road as opposed to
Yeah, I don't,
You're
switching
moving
back.
whole township
yes,
lines.
that's a whole township line removal. And the bad thing, then that gets into elections too.
Yeah,
Does it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it would be in the
Oh.
whole township
Yeah.
line.
because then you'd have to go through and recount all.
And it would be one little.
Yeah.
And the beauty of right now is,
It's close.
there's cut and squared close.
Right.
If you start skewing for just this little piece of the road and this little
Okay.
piece of the road,
That's what
It's better if that,
I've got
main-
Bear Creek.
the
does.
main
Yeah,
thing,
I had 2 or 3.
I don't care as far as I'm concerned, it's just me personally. If they're gonna do something like that, when you do it, I'm all in for it. But get it down in
Right.
writing,
Yeah.
put it in the damn minutes on both of their townships,
Yeah.
and then everything's fine. The problem is, hey, it's a
I
deal.
usually make a
Well,
copy of
no,
it.
you're putting it down, I'll be around.
I told him I wanted
That's,
to write.
that's,
So,
otherwise,
Say,
if
I don't need-
I'd say, hey,
Talk about this.
if it's not writing,
I don't need that.
it'll
You
be
just
up
put
to
the
you.
next.
Yeah,
Okay.
that way I know.
Hold your feet.
That's fine, I'll do
Since
that.
they got
So
it
therefore, you not
highlighted.
get it down. And
Yep.
to me, it's so simple. All they gotta do is one line. Take care of that.
and that's basically how they're doing it now. But I just
Yeah.
reiterated, get it in the contract or something.
Get it in writing, so we know.
Yeah, so everybody knows. That's the
So-
secret of it.
Dennis is working on making some maps and stuff to give them tonight, to have them mark the roads that they maintain. And so if they have a contract with another township, or they don't, and they've just
Thank
done
you,
it on agreement, I'm hoping this will spur them to do a written contract, so that we have this as of right now, what we know.
I want to see if we can get a copy of their contract too.
Yeah, I think
Besides,
we
between
should.
Each one of them, we need.
Right, if, and it will go in the same file that Dennis is trying to create
Yeah.
that shows what they maintain.
You always got one. That's the big thing. Start off with and then say, hey, you gotta have copies.
It's just easier for us to track down the road. You guys have already burned through all my work here. Oh, nope. Well, I typed up a letter for Rick Pfeiffer's appointment.
Oh.
Dang. That's hot.
Sorry, I didn't cool it first. Yeah.
You should have known about it.
Boy. Got to eat to it. I'm just thinking that and I'm thinking that they cut that it's cover on what? Get warm. Mm. Okay.
I gave your number to a lady yesterday. I'm not sure if she called you or not. Wanted to show up to your meeting yesterday that was canceled.
Oh,
And I told her, it's not
Thank
meant to be a public
right.
meeting, but that she could sure call you with her concerns if the meeting is canceled. Did she call you? Yeah. Apparently there is a known issue with teenagers utilizing the population, the homeless population, to purchase them things they're not old enough to buy. And I said, well, your first step needs to be the Clinton Police Department. She said I've already been there, so FYI, that's coming. I gave her your cell phone.
Yep. That's fine.
Color you gonna use? Concrete. So color.
Pretty. Ain't something stands out.
$14, she said,
Mhm.
at 5:30. Anybody else have anything that needs to go on the calendar for April?
No.
Yes.
Well,
My last doctor's appointment.
You tell them, give me a Tuesday or a Thursday.
No, they already had it scheduled. I must have been when they asked me. I don't even know. I don't remember even talking to them. April 21st, Kelly.
I will be gone the 27th, 28th, and 29th of May.
party time.
Elections conference.
Oh, yeah. Where's that one at?
Lodge of Four Seasons. Lakers are,
Mm.
Oh,
Margaritaville.
no,
Hmm. No,
the other one. Huh?
yeah. It's better parking.
Better parking.
both of my conferences landed there this year. and I'm
Yeah.
thrilled with it.
How many do y'all have on your?
We have an elections in the spring,
Yeah,
that's
but-
only elections, and then we
How
have,
many people you say? Yeah, what's that? Oh, well, be all the counties, right?
Yeah.
One person or two?
however many they want to send, there's no threshold. Some people bring their whole office, some people come by themselves, some people bring one or two.
See, ours is about automatic three.
Black SUV
So,
took out its park.
I guess he did one
What's automatically through?
next to him.
How many
Commissioners.
commissioners can attend the commission?
Commissioners, we got three.
I see.
I think I'm gonna take
Just
Ronnie
as
to
well.
my clerk conference this year. So she can learn some things.
Thank you.
That whole week, you might as well count me out. It's Labor Day weekend, or Labor Day Monday, and then my conference, and then my kids get married on that Saturday. So that whole week, I'm just not.
Yes.
It's gonna be busy. Of all the days they picked,
Where's she getting married?
they've got the down at Appleton City,
Oh,
Lakeview, Studio or
Yes,
something
that's
like
a neat
that.
place
Oh,
out
it's beautiful,
there. And good restaurant there.
Yeah.
We go down there and eat there once in a while. It's good.
beautiful.
That's a
When is
beautiful deal
Labor
down
Day?
there. In
It's
fact, they was having a wedding one time. So I'm gonna walk down there.
it's gorgeous.
We went down there and looked at it. Boy, it was nice.
When's
It's-
Labor Day?
And they can, so what they do, the package that they show,
They got
they
have-
pick out their decorations from what they have.
Yeah.
They decorate and then they take down, so
Yeah.
all we gotta do is walk in and walk out, so.
When's Labor Day?
Lovely.
And then they have
Kelly?
cottages there too.
Yeah, they do, but,
When's Labor Day weekend?
On Labor Day,
Remember? I just remember it used to be.
September 7th is the
7th?
Labor Day,
Oh,
the week before the first through, whatever. You know, they're going to
I'm
Iceland.
thinking Memorial. Yeah, sorry.
They're going to Iceland for the,
Iceland.
I know.
That's pretty cool.
That is. They did.
Caden's getting married Memorial weekend. Around then,
They're gonna fly.
they're going to Colorado to elope, come back, have a get together, and then they're going to Japan.
Japan.
All right, kid.
Nothing in Japan.
Oh,
I
You
couldn't
don't wanna go back?
understand half the talk. I was there in the hospital.
I barely leave Henry County, let alone, let alone the country. But my kids are adventurous.
that's good though. They're young. They ought to do it.
That's what I told them.
I wish I'd have
I was
traveled
in the
more when I
hospital
was
and
young.
couldn't get a plane. They wasn't gonna take me to stay there. Anyway, couldn't understand a word they said. That's what.
Quick Purple Wave, I reached out to them. We've got 2 sheriff vehicles that need to be moved, we need to sell. Dennis has a tractor and he just sent me a picture of a piece of equipment. And he said, just ask them, since we now have a motor grader, if I can sell the Road Boss grader box blade looking thing while I'm selling the other thing. This thing.
Yeah, box blade. That wouldn't be bad. Well, y'all,
Purple Wave.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
Purple Wave. So when when they have stuff to sell, I try to do it all at the same time. So when I knew the sheriff had 2 cars to sell, I called Dennis and said, "What do you got that we need to sell on Purple Wave?" And so he's working on getting stuff together.
I didn't know if we
Well,
wanted to
y'all
ask
then
townships
sell it?
whether or not.
Well,
I can't see you need it.
you
Keep
don't
it.
need it.
I didn't know if we ought to ask the townships if they was interested in it before we put it on Purple Wave or not, or just put it on Purple Wave.
Tell
Let
the
everybody
townships
know.
it's there.
That'd probably be the best way to do it.
It's probably the fairest way to do it.
Yep. In Ferris. I might get on and probably go hire a track. That's all. Most of that stuff does.
Pretty good money.
Everything we sold on paper.
So there's a 0%.
Yeah, then cost
fee
us
to
in.
do. I've got to sign a contract to sell that,
Mm.
and it's all under the county clerk. I just want to make sure it's okay with you guys if I started the selling process.
Yeah.
Never came to pick them up.
We'd
We
rather
waited a year and sold it again.
Decided it wasn't worth it for him to come pick it up.
Double dipping.
Bruce, is the LEPC meeting at noon?
Merck just found $5,000 or $4,000 for us from 23, 24
Oh,
for speed. I had to call and ask him, what's this for? I was in the midst of a couple of director changes on 12 months. Confused everything.
It seemed like there was something else. I was thinking. Oh, we now have a race for prosecuting attorney.
Yeah, Fred,
Yeah, Fred filed yesterday.
how old is Fred?
I don't know off the top of my head. I'd say early 70s.
I don't know. I think he's a little older. I remember we had goats.
did you say goats?
Yeah, goats. He had goats and Messiah Temple. They had a goat cook, and he fried goats, and we barbecued the goats.
Really?
So that like years ago.
Goat meat's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, it wasn't bad. They had. We'll see. That's when it's gonna have a parade or something, and then we had it at fairgrounds.
I know last year or the year before they had it out at the fair,
Mm-hmm.
and it was
Yeah.
good.
Who drives the blue pickup out there?
David will look.
Barry, that is. All these ponies in.
Does he have a pony in it right now?
It's, you know, he's got the minis.
Looking through emails, did you all talk about the failed fire inspection for
Here,
Yeah, it's
we got it.
it's for
It's done.
is
I
it
already,
taken care of?
I already talked to him.
Okay, so I would delete that.
Is there anything special you guys need me to bring tonight, or any copies of, or anything like that? Not you. You're not going to be there. You don't.
I got the cookies.
You said Jake had the cookies.
I got the cookies now.
I didn't come by and pick them up. I got, there's 84, another piece.
Yeah.
And shit.
If there's not, then
And I think, well.
it's fine. It's
and
not
you
a
had-
pity party.
Yeah.
Come back with it. Well, I'm just, because normally we have about 100 up there, don't we?
At least one.
And some of them take more with cookies.
Can't say it like
That one year they was giving me crap. They wanted hamburgers. I said, forget it.
what is the
Last year, Jake and I was talking. Didn't you have trouble with one of the coffee pots? Seems like
It's been a year.
he was there.
I couldn't remember either.
I was thinking,
Surely if it's been a year and we was having trouble with it, they was having trouble with it and replaced it.
Well, I don't think we had problems with it. It was just I bought regular coffee grounds. We couldn't find.
I think we
filters.
taking some of these up.
I think
And
Tim's right.
Mark's getting water. You got water.
Or got it icing down as we
We said, oh,
speak.
you good shape. It's already iced down? Well, they should have brought some up here, guys. Cold water.
I scored something.
That's where he got the water.
Yeah. What's this email for spring training with West Central with the extension office? Do you know anything about that?
With the water?
Dear council members, West Central will now be holding 2 spring training sessions for the council members and county commissioners. This is an opportunity to hear from campus and our communities. The sessions will be Thursday, April 9th, Hickory County, Monday to be determined, June 15th to be determined to me. Both sessions will start at 5.
What day did that come in?
Huh?
What day did that come in?
Wednesday,
Where'd you get
3/18.
that?
I don't know,
Who's
an
it
email
from? Who's it from?
for Linda Talley.
Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get anything today.
I just,
Think anything about. Let's see. Let's see.
Yesterday, Wednesday?
no, the 18th.
Oh.
Last week. Last Wednesday.
That's when it was?
Yeah.
Well, we're too late.
No, that was when I got the email. Say, well, it's because your names isn't on the list.
So-
You got it.
I'm not, I still don't have it.
Did you get it?
No.
I didn't either.
Uh,
What kind of list are you on? Oh, you're one of them over there, aren't you? Aren't you on that board?
mm-mm. No.
One of you are.
Well, I guess maybe I am. I didn't realize.
Might be why you're getting the emails.
I think you are.
Well,
You on
I
that
got a word. I
extension
can't
board?
say for that. All right. Well, I won't send that to you then.
Huh?
I was getting ready to forward it to you, but
What day was it?
I'll just send it to you.
August?
18.
There. April 9th.
No.
Down in Hickory County, Hermitage.
Oh, down.
And then they got
Hermitage?
one in Monday, June 15th, but that location's to be determined.
I don't want to drive to Hickory. There. Hmm.
feel bad. I didn't know I was on that board.
Hmm?
Didn't know I was on that board.
Yes.
Slacking on my job.
Safe to say you haven't been to it.
Yeah.
It's very safe.
Well, you did go to
Oh, you
one.
went to the fried chicken meeting?
Yeah.
That's right. You went over there. I
Oh,
was sitting there. I was vouch for you there.
I will
We was
go
all there.
tomorrow.
Mark, he was there, wasn't he?
I could.
I thought
I
he
saw
was.
him there.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah.
I thought he was there.
No wonder they looked at me like I was strange. No.
Cooper, Henry, Johnson, Montauk, Morgan, and Pettis. They don't say anything in that paper. Okay.
They probably got a meeting coming up. What is that? Just the
What?
extension council? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Been working on this bid thing and in the acceptance of bids, all bids must be delivered by hand or through, I don't wanna say the USPS or
Certified.
USPS.
Make them certified. That way you're covered.
No bid will be received by hand.
I got to thinking about that as well. For our bid process, is there a sheet that they could print off of our website and fill out?
It's gonna be different for everyone. There's not gonna be,
No.
you can have a blank cover sheet, but when you're bidding for pipe, you don't necessarily have like
You don't have a
a
certain
number.
pipe.
You know, it's different from a vehicle that you would have one number for.
Okay.
Or, it's hard to come up with something
I see
that
your
is
point
just
now.
like standard across the board, except for the rules. And once you put those rules in, they have to follow this, and this.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, you can put a cover sheet. I just don't know. I've been tossing that how you're going to make one sheet fit for all, you know, software, trucks, equipment.
Just have what you're bidding on in a summary of a full bid.
Hello.
I see.
There we go. Oh,
How are you?
I,
How he's bringing? He's hand delivering.
Look
his
at
contract.
Now that's service right there.
oh,
Thank you. See if I got everything right.
Looks right to me.
Okay.
That'll work.
I got one question.
Do you want a copy of it before you head out?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can ask your question while he's signing it.
Okay. We got a culvert. I call it a bridge. Dennis calls it a culvert. That he thinks needs to be replaced. And we think all it needs is that concrete pieces that he reinforces the. It's starting to eat into the road a little bit.
Roading off the edges of the road.
Yeah. The thing was probably poured over 100 years ago.
Hmm.
You can't imagine the concrete. It's massive concrete. There's not a crack in it. That old concrete, whatever they used to do, was good.
Back when concrete lasted forever.
mhm.
There's not a crack in it. And the only problem is it's washing on the sides a little bit. And he fixed 700. That would, it's not as deep as on the 700 one, but it fixed that just fine. So we wanted to just do that. And he said, well, I'll get Mr. Larson out there. Did he ever call you?
He did. We went out and looked at it. The only thing, and this has been a while. I'll just tell you since I did go out and look at it. My only concern is I think that is what you guys are wanting to do is probably going to be a temporary fix because I think it's going to come back. The way, like I said, this has been a while, so I'm not going to do justice for what I did look at it. The way that water comes in on both sides and drains into that, I think you might solve a little bit of your problem, but I think you're still going to have a problem. And like I told him, I would prefer to do it one time and not have to go back after they do that 3 or 4 years down the line. They're back in there doing something else.
I think with those concrete pieces in there, though, it'll hold it for a long time. And that bridge is solid.
He
Do
said,
you think so?
well, I didn't get down and get up underneath there,
Oh,
but he seemed to think that it was actually soft up in, and is Dennis coming in?
he called it settling. Because on that one side, there is, when they poured the concrete, there's rocks in it. That mass of concrete isn't going to settle. If we get the slope, and they put concrete on both ends where the water's coming in and going out, it'll fill back in then, I think. And the bridge cannot sink, I don't believe. And the ditches are I don't know how they got washed out over the
Yeah,
time.
they're washed out there.
It's not it doesn't carry that much water. I mean, yes, it's probably got 40, it's probably got about 40, 50 acres, 60 acres that comes down there. So normally it doesn't have a lot of water.
Really.
And the one that's on the south side, he's up talking about the one on the west side. That water is hardly any water that comes down there. It misses the bridge. It just, if it did anything, it would work on the sides and the sides of the ditches before you get to the bridge. Needs to have concrete, that broken concrete stuff.
Yeah, it needs rip wrap in there because it is.
Not only at the bridge, but the whole road right there. It's getting narrower.
Right.
Just like it did on 700. And that looks like it, when they did that, it looked to me like and they said they had lots of it in their shop. It just seems to me like that would be the best way to fix it, and I think it'll stay fixed for a long time.
Let me go back out and look, because like I said, it's almost 2 months ago. If you called me out there to look at it.
Maybe a month ago. I don't think it's been that long.
It's been a while, I know,
Yeah.
because honestly, I thought it was already taken care of. Because I thought he was going to get right on it. But let me go ahead and look at it again.
Well, he wanted to put in one of those galvanized,
Mm-hmm.
and I could get a steel one from Evans for $3,000, and his is going to be around $5,000, and it's a 30-inch, and it's big enough for what the water is going to be going through there. But I still believe that the concrete, you're going to have to put concrete on the roads up to it anyway, because the roads are getting, it's to the edge of the road.
Yeah, it is.
And I believe if they just put the concrete along the bridge and just see. I've had other places that all I did was put net wrap in where you have a spot that's trying to wash out. And it's been 15 years and I've never seen the hole again.
I believe that
It's
was
just a matter of
stuff lasts forever.
that wrap is like duct tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stephen, can you tell
It's
me
good
what
for ditches.
the road number is that you're talking, what road number it's on?
1021,
Thank you.
right south of 550.
But yeah, let me go out and take a look at it. Because like I said, it's been a while.
Well, you got to go down underneath it.
So I haven't been out that way in quite a while.
No, we didn't get down in it. We were on top, looking down at what it was. So,
That one of the bridges is on Melrose Place.
no.
And like I say, that if you go down underneath and look at that concrete, there's not a crack in it. If it's cracked and falling apart, yeah. But that concrete's good, and they poured it thick. They don't do it. The concrete today does not last like the concrete of old.
No.
And it's a massive bridge. Covered.
I know what you're talking about.
That's 500, 550.
Huh?
South of 550.
Yeah.
On
South of
1021, you said?
1021.
Yeah, let me go back out and look at it.
Okay.
Can do that.
When you're out there looking at it, tell me if my ditches are deep enough.
On that road?
No, on the
Oh,
cart route road.
okay, okay.
I can make them deeper if they need to be.
No. I
That's
know,
my only concern about. I've got it ready, except for, grading it a little bit better. But I want to know if you're going to go out there and look at the bridge. If you do, call me
okay,
when you're out there.
I'll do that.
Okay. Why did we have the extra piece of paper this year?
That's your gas tax
Yeah.
concrete contract. Supposed to have been doing that all along.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to.
Yeah. It's basically the same as what your card is, contract wise.
Okay.
It's just use it for your roads.
Friendly reminder.
Yep.
I didn't read it real closely. I was asking the treasurer had she got the money from the gas tax. It says you don't get the money from the gas tax till you sign that paper. How long have you guys been back up here?
Oh, gosh. Oh, you. Yeah, we've been here quite a while now.
Last time I was here, you were
Down the
still
basement.
downstairs.
Let's see.
Well, I don't guess I have anything else.
You got a copy?
Got it.
I don't trust the mail anymore.
I don't either.
Well, good luck on it. That's right. You never know when it's gonna get it.
I think it's the Kansas City Distribution Center.
I don't know where it's out.
I don't think it's the local post office.
No, I'm with you. It's got to go from here up to Kansas City just to come back to here to be
If you
distributed
mail
out.
a letter here,
Well, Windsor's got to go to St. Louis.
I thought it was Columbus.
some of it goes to St. Louis too.
Oh, maybe it does.
Yeah.
I know it goes for a long trip.
Yep, yep.
It does.
We mailed a package to Cleveland, priority mail, and it took 3 weeks to get there. It went to Indianapolis right away, came back to Kansas City and sent the distribution center for most of the rest of the time, and finally it went to Chicago, and then it went on. I think it's Kansas City. I don't know what they're doing. Anyway, thank
Whatever it
you.
is, it's not working.
Have a good one.
Yep.
Yes.
Hold up that spot. He was talking to.
Gentlemen, how are you doing?
Good.
Hey, how are you?
Doing well. My name is Tobias. Stephen's brother.
Yes, nice.
It's great to meet you.
I'm Jake Bradford.
Jay, good to meet you. Good to meet you, Mark. I appreciate I'll take a little bit of time. I won't take up too much of your time. One of my first questions I was going to ask you actually was how your post system worked around here.
Well, you heard.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, I'm coming out of the Kansas City office for Senator Hawley, and so a lot of I cover like the whole Northwest sort of. It's like 26 counties or so for Northwest Missouri, but a lot of those, especially more up north, it goes to local, down to Kansas City, and then back up to the local post office. And so I thought maybe if I come down like farther south down here, maybe it'd be different. But it sounds like you guys have the same
Problem.
deal.
So, yeah,
It's awful.
Yeah.
if you stop and talk to
What was your last name, Tobias?
It's a mouthful. Steffensmeyer is my last name, which I can write that down for you if it's easier.
Yeah. That'd be great.
say if you stop and talk to the people at the city of Urick or the city of Creighton, they're always complaining about the mail service because their bills for their water department's going out, and half the time the people don't get them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just like our mail in Windsor goes to Columbia, then gets
Yeah.
shipped to Kansas City.
Then it gets shipped to Kansas City.
Yeah.
And back in the day, didn't it always just get sorted right there at your local post office and then got sent out to the... See, I thought that's how Calhoun used to do it, but
At least some of the local mail for sure did. Things that were going to be staying in the county or in the town. But now it seems like everything is just all going to some distribution center, probably Kansas City,
yeah.
and then coming all the way back here if it's local mail.
I sent a certified letter to somebody and it never got there. It got lost up in Kansas City.
Really?
They're still looking for it, and that's been 3 years ago.
Oh man.
So
And that was a certified letter T. Oh, man.
The other issue I'm seeing in my office is return mail to addresses that we know are there, businesses.
Yeah.
Mm.
And we're getting it back with undeliverable, no box,
Yeah.
whatever.
You know they're there.
And it's literally across the street or down the road, and we know it's there.
Can you drive up to them and say, "Is this your address?"
I did. The McKinley Tire last week.
Yeah.
We're right down the street. And the post office keeps sending this back.
You know that.
Don't get me started on the post office.
Start on a good note today.
And it's
Yeah.
not.
actually, it's a great point
It's
for
not
you to
the
bring
local
up.
Yes.
Honestly, it
Oh,
really
yeah.
was.
It just seems like a ever relevant topic, not even just here, obviously across.
It's everywhere.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm glad I at least got your input now, so I can pass that along.
Yeah,
to-
that would be a good one to
People
pass
there are phenomenal. I'm not complaining
Okay.
about the local.
Well, yeah, great.
Yeah, yeah.
Just the system more
It's
so,
just-
and how things are set up.
Something's broken.
Mm. Well, that's a great segue into, I suppose, why I came down here. So I got started in Senator Hawley's office in early December of 25, so just maybe three or so months ago. Basically, his prerogative for me these first few months, at least, was just sort of to get to as many of these local counties as I could, talk to folks like yourselves, and just make sure that, because obviously, if he could be here in person as often as I am, he'd love to be. But the reason I have a job pretty much is because he's pretty much bogged down in DC most of the time. So just being able to make sure that I can come in here and get your guys' views on things locally here, any grants you're going to apply for, funding, things like that, but then also things on the DC, the national level, just to make sure that he's representing folks back here in Missouri's views on the Hill. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on any big initiatives right now for the county here or for local towns and things like that. Or if you guys have any questions, concerns, things I can be passing along about bigger picture things over to DC for the center, I would love to be able to do that for you.
I guess the big one right now would be grants. People,
Yeah, probably prosecuting attorney.
I have victims
Ad-
advocate.
victims
They have our
advocate.
victims advocate grant funding.
They're going to cut that first April.
By 3rd, is that what it was?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they're cutting it again in October.
Yeah.
And that is a
Let 'em
very
do away with
important
Wow.
position.
And that's really going to hurt.
let's say if that gets cut, then we've got to.
Major.
We feel it in our budget going all the way down.
And is that through the state or is that strictly
It's
federal?
federal.
Okay.
Better.
I was trying to think of what the name of it was. It's
Mops.
Boca. No,
Is it Boca? I thought it was,
no.
well, she was talking, right?
Mops is a different one.
Oh,
It's, I'll take it back.
Okay. Great. Yeah.
As soon as he gets back to you.
Yeah.
I had the paperwork in front of me
Yeah.
earlier.
I thought.
But yeah, that'd be a
Boca.
OPC, it's for the Office for Victims of Crime is who it's through.
Mhm.
And the grant name is VOCA, Victim Assistance Formula Grant.
Victim Assistance Formula Grant. Okay. I'm glad you thought of it, but just in case you didn't, that was a good reminder for me. One thing I often forget to do is make sure folks have my contact info before I take off for the day. So I'm putting down. They gave me cards that have my work cell phone number, which I answer during work hours pretty well, but I answer my personal cell a lot better. So just in case you guys think of anything after the meeting today, or you can just shoot me an email or have a question or something. Yeah, you can send me a text or a call anytime and get things ironed out. But usually, whenever I remember to get my card out, make sure to do it because I'll forget it. So
here's one.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. See, a lot of times I'll get put on the spot. I can't think of the questions to ask, and I think
Yeah.
later on.
I'm the same way. I appreciate it. Thank you.
What is the news coming from the federal
Yeah.
level coming
Well, what
down?
do you want to know? There's a whole lot going on. So,
I got some coffee. Go ahead and start at the top.
well, right now, I think since, gosh, I forget what day it was. Since last week, the Save America Act has been on the Senate floor. So there's been technically like debate and discussion happening for a number of days now. We're waiting to see when Senate Majority Leader Thune's going to potentially put that to an actual vote. It's not looking like it's going to pass straight up with 60 votes right now, just given it seems like Democrats are going to vote with party lines right now. So it's not looking super likely, but we're hoping. I think the idea was that having debate and discussion out was going to force Democrats to sort of back up their stance. Because, I mean, this is something that's backed by the vast majority of Americans across party lines. So we'll see what happens there. I mean, you never know
Right.
on the Hill, but that's where we're at right now with that. So it's kind of like every hour I'm checking to see if I get an update on like a vote or something like that. As far as, I mean, so today's day 40 of the shutdown for the Department of Homeland Security, which is pretty unfortunate. It seems like every day things are getting vastly worse as far as TSA, which is just, I mean, that's just kind of the tip of the iceberg. I mean, if there were any natural disaster, like FEMA's unfunded right now, the Coast Guard, various other groups just don't have any governmental funding right now. So what was it, yesterday or 2 days ago? There appeared to be some headway as far as just like bipartisan negotiations to get something passed, but it seemed like maybe the president wasn't totally on board, and then certain Republicans were sort of breaking off in different factions of whether they actually fully supported it. And I know Senator Hawley said that he would not want to support a bill that would essentially defund ICE. That wouldn't be productive for America. And then it seems like certain Democrat senators are almost moving the goalposts when Republicans conceded on certain things. They were talking about like having, I think, like some form of identification for officers visible. But it seems like now they have, I think they released like 10 public demands that they had that hadn't been met yet by Republicans, sort of having those conversations. So we'll see what happens. It seems like that particular idea sort of stalled out yesterday. So I'm waiting to sort of hear today about what the conversation looks like in the Senate. But hopefully something gets done fast. The Senate's looking at a 2-week recess, I think, after this week is over. So, I mean, today's Thursday. This is usually, historically how things kind of work on the Hill. Is usually second last day. It's like, okay, folks realize like we got to get something done. So hopefully folks can, have some serious productive conversations today, get something done there. But then as far as, sorry, you got any questions or comments there, things I can?
Just tell him not to cave on anything. It would be, the shutdown would be done instantly. It's the same thing that applied to the senators and the representatives that's going on with the TSA and all the rest of it. Because they tried to get that brought up, and you had a bunch of Democrats that basically ran out of the meeting. So, I mean, I'm of the mind what's good for the goose is good for the gander. That sure that's right. That's right. That they have seemed to forgot that. I'm not saying, because I like Josh Hawley. I think he's great. But I think that you've got some Republicans up there, and I know you've got many, many Democrats that have forgotten they actually work for us. We don't work for them.
So I think that's what I was going to remind as well.
And I think that needs to be sent a clear message to them that, guys, the services that we're paying for is not getting provided because they're holding things up, everything but their own checks. So, I think that would be a great idea. That if you're going to shut down the government, nobody gets paid. Because that's going to make you, if it was like that with us, we would be really quick to make things happen.
Absolutely.
So, and I get it because most of those people up there are career politicians. And that instantly turns them to where now we work for them.
Yeah.
So
they can afford to play around.
Yeah.
Well, as long as they're getting paid, they don't worry about it.
Normal people can't afford to play around.
No, you've got people that you've lost in that TSA that were probably very, very good at their jobs, but nobody can go 5 weeks without a paycheck. 90% of the population's living paycheck to paycheck. So, but I think he's
I'm
doing
one
a
of them.
very,
Yeah.
very good job.
I
I
appreciate
just don't
that.
want to
Yeah.
see him cave on it. I mean, I wouldn't give him anything.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I mean, you start compromising. I mean, I'm all for compromising, but I'm not giving up my values in the process because that's not a compromise.
Mm.
That's just a rolling over.
So those are sort of the big headlines right now coming out of DC. But then as far as the senator in particular, he's been staying busy as well. I think it last week or 2 weeks ago, he rolled out a policy proposed to the Senate that would essentially ban the most common abortion drug called mifepristone. It would basically bar the FDA approval for it and make it illegal with regard to giving abortions. I think the sort of two-prong most particular reason for that, aside from the fact that he's a very pro-life senator, one is that the FDA is advertising it as basically, I think it's under 0.5% of the time are there serious complications in the women who take the pill. And based on a certain study by, I forget what it's called, but this group did a study and essentially showed that the actual percentage of the time that there are serious complications in women is 22 times greater. So it's somewhere around 11% of the time they're taking this, and the FDA shows vastly smaller numbers than that. And the other one is that right now there are certain, because obviously right now abortion became a state issue following, was it 2021? I think the Supreme Court ruling there. But since then, certain states have had unapologetically pro-life laws. But basically, I think it was during COVID when it sort of got enacted. Now these telehealth companies online, folks can go online, no doctor's note, no proof of ID, nothing, and essentially order this abortion pill to their front door. Boyfriends can do it for their girlfriends. Minors can do it. There's no actual verification process there. And they can order it into the heart of a pro-life state where life is protected. And they can take this pill having no idea with the complications that could happen. No say for the pro-life values of the state there. So he rolled that out last week. I think he's gained 3 other senator co-sponsors since. So it's picking up some steam. We're hoping that can get rolling as well. He recently wrote, this is a big one for Missouri, I think especially, but with the conflict in Iran, I think this was maybe 2 weeks ago he did this, or a week and a half ago. He wrote a letter to the Department of Justice, AG Pam Bondi, as well as to the top 5 fertilizer producers and companies here in the U.S. About potential price gouging and market collusion practices by these companies. It's already just such a concentrated market. And so the questions he asked them were very, very pointed towards just this idea of, okay, how much stock do you guys have on hand on the first day of the strikes in Iran? Because it seems like the reason that they hiked their prices up so much was because of the conflict. They're saying, oh, things are getting more expensive for us. We don't have as much as we're going to. But it seems very likely that was just sort of a collusion practice so they could make an extra buck on American farmers as we approach planting season. So he has his own investigation going on. I think the DOJ has one open now as well into these fertilizer companies here in America and price gouging Missourian, but also just across the country, American farmers. So that's another big one he's been doing. But I'd love to also just answer any questions or be able to pass along any concerns you guys have regarding those or regarding anything else you guys have read about or are familiar with.
I think he touched on pretty well everything for me. You got anything?
I'd like to see more federal funding for rural infrastructure, road system and stuff like that. Seems like there's all kinds of federal funding for these big metropolitan cities and everything, but the small people out in the country is getting left alone.
That's a good point. Very good point.
State stepped up last year, a few roads.
Say on that price gouging fertilizer and stuff,
that's-
it's done every year.
Yeah.
Just not because of the bombing and all that. I mean, that didn't help anything, but gouge every year for planting season.
Hmm.
Same way with fuel.
Planting season comes along, fuel goes up.
Oh yeah.
Harvest season comes along, fuel goes up.
Fertilizer really.
Holiday comes along, fuel goes up.
Fuel's high enough.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Obviously, with Iran, I think President Trump had a meeting with his cabinet today. So I'm sure that's going to be one of the first and foremost topics of conversation there. But Senator Hawley's talked about how it seems like, I mean, we've essentially just decapitated Iran's military and nuclear, their Navy capabilities. Like, it's just pretty much rubble right now. So Senator Hawley is very much in the boat of not wanting to start any sort of long-term war in the Middle East right now. He very much wants to prioritize being home here, but he very much supports the president's efforts to decapitate their regime, not allow them to have a nuclear weapon that could affect America in the near future. So his thoughts are sort of just to be able to declare victory quickly and then bring back the resources and the focus back here domestically. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens on that front. Yeah.
I hope that works.
Yeah. The senator's read on it was basically that, I mean, because they're just so debilitated right now over in Iran, it's going to come down to just negotiations with Iran about how to bring this to a peaceful end. And he said that there's no better negotiator than President Trump to take care of business there. So yeah, we will see. Hopefully in the coming days, we'll get a positive update there. I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time, but obviously anything else before I take off? I know it's easier in person, but also it's like you were saying. I often think, like, as I'm in the car, I'm like, shoot, I was gonna mention this thing before I left. So, but obviously, yeah. Thankfully, I remembered you guys have got my cards, you got my info on there. So seriously, anytime you guys want to shoot me a call, email, text, something like that, I'd be happy to chat through anything.
Us as well. If you got
Absolutely.
questions or need to reach out to us.
Will do. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Yeah. Well, all right. I can get out of your hair, but yeah, I really appreciate you guys taking the time today. I'm gonna pop over to the farm bureau, I think, before I take off. Is there anything I should bring up over there in particular?
No, but that's definitely a good spot for you to stop.
Okay, excellent.
They'll have it
Thanks so much.
more probably to tell you than us.
Well, all right, good to know. I'll prepare myself then. But I appreciate you guys taking the time again. It was great to meet you, and we'll be in touch.
All right,
All
thank
right,
you.
you guys take care.
I didn't plan on coming up today, but I wanted to come up and set something straight.
Why are you looking at me when you say this?
Because Mark already knows.
Oh.
What he's referring to as a bridge is actually a three-sided box culvert that is built on rock. The dirt is undermining the rock, which is given away and washing away. So therefore, there's no concrete bottom in this box to keep the sides from just crumbling in. As I pointed out to Mark when we went up there, you can't put wing walls on it.
How long ago did we go? That's been a while.
Last fall. I mean, it's been a few
That's what
You
months.
set it up.
Well, I said 2 months. I thought it was
Both of you are wrong.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
yeah.
But you can't put wing walls on this thing because the ditch is right there. So if you go out with your wing walls, you're going to have to reroute all your ditches.
Ditches are too close.
And they can leave it the way they want, as far as they want. But when it caves in and the road's gone, it's not a crisis on their behalf. It's not an emergency on my behalf.
How
I
big
made
a culvert
it
would you
work.
have to put in to replace that?
48 inch.
And I say, if he said a 30-inch
Yeah,
steel
30
pipe from Evans that he could get, I'm looking at it here. I don't feel that would be big enough. A
It
30-inch.
has to be a 48 inch.
Okay.
So, and you could go with
I've dealt with him before.
a 42 inch sluice,
Hey, I know about it.
which would carry the 48, but still, that's, they can leave it the way they want as far as long as they want. It's their road, they take care of it. It's their culvert. But when it collapses, don't call me crying that it has to be done today.
So it's undermining underneath the bottom of that box culvert.
Mhm.
It's undermining the rock wall that it's built on.
Yeah. You know Smith.
And it's not big sandstone rocks, it's little rocks that it's built on. I mean, if you want pictures, I can go up and take pictures of it, but I just wanted, he like I said, he can leave it the way he wants, but I'm not going to cobble something together that the way he wants it done when it's not going to fix the problem.
Then when it goes to pot, he wants to chip off. Get it.
And
right.
exactly, and I'm not doing it. I'd rather leave it the way it is, and when it falls in, then we'll tackle it whenever I get time.
I will say, when I went out and looked at it, and that's why I said this just seemed like a long time ago that we looked at it. That's why I couldn't remember. But what I looked at with you, like I told you, you were right. It needed to be done differently than what he was saying and what apparently he had told you that you told me. Because it's not going to work.
So
I'm glad you came in and told us that.
I was hoping to get up here in time for him to stay here and me try to explain it. But me and him's like water and oil sometimes.
That's
So
hey, I'm not going to argue.
anyway,
I know.
is there anything
I
you
knew
need
that.
from me, Mark?
No.
Jake,
I've got something.
figure that.
Didn't miss that, did
You
you?
missed your opportunity.
Should have ran.
You should have
So
run
you're
right
saying
by
it needs replaced, not just repaired?
Yeah, the only thing that's going to fix it right is replacing it.
Huh?
when you asked.
I got a call from a lady regarding Southeast 200 Road. There's a little bend and a bridge, box culvert area. You know what I'm talking about?
What township you in there?
That would be Bethlehem.
Bethlehem.
There's a right here. She said that there used to be a guardrail. Well, years ago, somebody went through it. It never got replaced. And now that the trees are all cleaned up from the power lines, she's worried that someone's going to run off the road again. I went down there, didn't really notice it coming from the west to the east, but from the east to the west, from W this way. She's
Okay, so
right.
it's between W and AA?
Yeah.
Okay.
You okay? What happened to you?
My wrist locked up.
Oh. How is your wrist doing since you
Not very good, evidently.
It has its days.
lay it down here? We can slice it open and fix it real quick. But anyhow, go take a look at it. I can give you the lady's number. It's Teresa Brown, the
Okay.
lady that called me. But
Right there by her house.
yeah,
Let me
it's
go-
right there at the
Yeah,
their property
property
line.
line.
Let me take a look at it,
Okay.
and I can let you know something, and you can contact her and let her know what we're thinking.
Okay, that sounds good. I just wanted to bring it to your attention.
Anything else?
That would be it, sir.
Once I go past you, I'm like,
That's fine. That's fine. If I think of something, I'll hold for it for next time.
Hold on, before you pass this, did you get a call about RA highway?
I did.
Okay, I just didn't know if you needed to address this.
No, that happened to be with the state.
I figured
Her
it
issue is with the
but I
state.
didn't know if it was that area that you guys were talking about down there.
we're down there taking care of the lake crew today.
Okay.
Yeah, her
I
issue
didn't know
wasn't
if
that. It was actually RA, not a. Yeah, RA itself,
Okay.
not.
We're taking care of the lake crew today. So
I didn't know if that was intertwined. that
Yeah,
part.
no. I was afraid it was. I did. I talked to her
Okay,
a couple different
Perfect.
times.
now I'll let it go on.
what you got?
Did you talk to Alan on the Grady.
I talked to Alan this morning, and I've talked to Manning this morning. Give them both copies of the price list and everything. They told me that if they needed us, they'd let us know. Alan basically told me that Q-Cell is, which is Manning, is taking care of the roads and stuff now because it's to the point that it's their baby until the next phase comes in. So I've passed all the information along to everybody and told them. So, and then, if there's anything we need to from them, they're more than willing to work with us.
Q-Cells, that's on underground cabling, isn't it? I
A lot of
saw that truck this morning.
a lot of it is going to be underground.
That's right.
They take in like around this solar field here, they trench a line all the way around it, and then they got these 3 spools that's got cable on it like this, and they run it through a machine and it winds it all together and ties it together and lays it down in this trench, and then they cover it with rock, and then they put the fiber optic over the top of it, and it's all wired into all these solar panels and stuff, and but if you're an electrician that they're looking for, it pays $72 an hour. I thought I was going to have to quit my job today, Jim, but
Damn.
I don't know how to be an electrician quite yet.
That'd be
I don't
pretty
like messing with stuff that can kill me that I can't see.
good. Well, no, not yet.
That's okay, but it's when it barbecues you, it's a different story.
Here, lick your fingers and touch this wire.
Yeah.
That's how I learned.
So,
For the roads and stuff, they're still using local truck drivers
Jake,
to
I
haul
do
rock,
believe we've
right?
had your time, and we went past you.
I thought that we was talking about the same issues. Okay. No, it's all right.
To answer your question, though,
To where we're not hauling rock.
Ed Smedley, Brad Smart, and Rogers, and a bunch of them is hauling rock constantly, daily out there
Okay, so
to different people.
that's exactly what I wanted to hear. Thank you.
The only 2 loads that I hauled out there was when we had that emergency type deal that popped up with all the mud and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just wanting to get it clarified for everybody.
But yes, they're using local drivers as much as they can. Sometimes they have to have other people come in to help the local drivers because the demand that they're needing on certain things,
Right.
The local drivers are not able to keep up.
And local drivers have their own schedule. And
And they got other jobs they got to do too.
exactly.
I mean, they got to take care of the people to feed them all year long, not just a person's going to take care of them for 2 months.
Yeah.
So, but yes, to answer your question,
Thank you.
are we done again?
I was done beforehand. You all brought up this issue.
Kelly, you got anything? Okay. See you guys tonight.
They did give you the go ahead for the sale of the box thingamajigger that you
Yeah.
asked me about.
I got your text messages. I was finishing up my
Why didn't you
maps.
tell her the same thing you told me? You had your time. You're done.
She didn't have
She
it.
takes care of me.
Oh, okay. I'm with you now. Okay.
I mean, I gotta go on her side to side. She helps me, and I help her, and we got a good look working
It's-
relationship.
I don't blame you. I
Just
keep
see
it up.
your way out of
I don't think he's in the click. I don't think he's in the click. All right. Anything else?
Oh, hell.
Kelly's still tired.
Just catching up. I'm caught up. I'm getting ready to type the line, Commissioner so-and-so made a motion.
You can put that underneath my name.
She's already got it ready. Got the face. Have you got a certain one? And we
No, I don't care which one.
I
It's a cut and paste situation here.
Well, if we're ready for that, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
will second that.
Motion been made, second adjourned. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried.